Good morning, everyone. How are you? Welcome to Social Mornings with Deb and Jennifer. I'm pretty sure Deb's going to pop by and say hi this week. A friend and I, Jerry and I, were teasing Deb last night. We're like, where you been, girl? But it's all good. Deb's had a really busy week, and I am happy to be with you. I am excited about what we're going to talk about today. So if you notice in the title, the quote, and I won't remember it word for word because I can't read it right now, is as soon as you wish to be happier, you're no longer happy, by Walter, I forgot his name. And I really love that quote because we never think about it. Like when you think about oh, I want to be happier. I want more money. Whenever you start something with I want or I need, you then put yourself in the position of not having enough, not being happy, always wanting more. And if you change it around, so if you say I want to be happier, if you just said, I am happy right now, that feeling you'll have is a lot more happiness at this very moment than that if you're having desire, I want more. I want to travel more. Well, that means you're unhappy with, not unhappy, but it takes away from the happiness. Maybe it doesn't make you unhappy, but it takes away from the happiness. Deb! Let's bring her on. It takes away. It doesn't ruin it. You guys, this is my friend Deb. I don't know if you know her.
Let me introduce you to Deb. She's been MIA for a month.
Yeah, I was telling them how our friend Jerry was calling you out last night.
What, they noticed? Somebody noticed?
That's a good thing, right? So I thought we would talk today. I kind of mentioned I had in the quote, and I won't remember it word for word, but it's that as soon as we want to be happier, that means we're no longer happy right now. And so whenever we start something like I need or I want, it's taking away from our happiness and our contentment right now. So if you just we always want more for our life. We're always striving. But I think the basis of striving has to start from a point of happiness and contentment. We want more because we want to bring more good into the world. And when we bring more good into the world, we will be happier. But so imagine if you said, I want to be happy, or if you said, I'm happy. Just changing that thought process right now. And that doesn't mean you're not going to have more exciting things in your life. Just because you're content now doesn't take away from the greatness that is coming. It just makes you happy now. So let's try not to do that. I want to be happier. Be happy now. I am happy now. I am. It gets back to our I am statements. I am happy. Go ahead, Deb. What do you think on that?
Hey, let me say hi to all my friends. Oh my goodness.
Ashley. You guys, she's back.
Victoria, Sarah, Ursula, who else? Pinard, Dwayne the Buddha. How are you, Guy? Glenda. Hey, doll. Okay, so yeah, I love this topic. Love to talk about this topic. Because I want. How about you are? You really have to decide today. Hey, Courtney, how are you? You really have to decide today that you're happy. And it is a choice. And that might not be a popular thing to say, or maybe how people think about it. So I just think that, it's about the story we tell ourselves. And if we tell ourselves that we're not happy, then we're not going to be happy. If we tell ourselves the story that I'm happy, we can always find something to be happy about. It doesn't mean that everything's perfect in our life. Everything's not going to be perfect in our life ever. No, right?
Ever.
So there's no need to wait for that. We all know that, right? We've lived long enough to figure that out. However, we can find something to be happy about. We totally can. And some days it's more work than others. Do you remember Oprah saying, some days I have to thank God for the leaves on the trees because I really couldn't think of anything else. And that's Oprah. So I can just pare that down to our lives, right? But we can totally always find something to be happy about. And what the cool thing about that is, it's like everything else that we focus on and that we talk about, that we obsess over, that we write about, that we post on Facebook, that we all the things that we do to talk about how we're feeling and what's going on, that whatever words we're using and whatever things we're thinking about, it attracts more to us. So if we're happy about the leaves on the tree, oh, it's so green, it's summertime and it's so beautiful, it's just find something to get happy about. And then you'll start attracting other things to be happy about. And by attracting, I'm not trying to be woo-woo. I'm just saying that other things will come into your brain that you can be happy about. That's all I'm saying. So you start with, like, your coffee cup that you had this morning, and what was that, whatever your cup of joe or whatever was in it. You start with the things that are right in front of you that you can be thankful for. And that shift, that mind shift, is going to help you attract, become, establish a way of thinking during the day that you're going to notice more things that you're happy about, more things that you're thankful for.
Hi, Kim. I think too, like when you use a cup of Joe, made me think too. And a little earlier this week, I talked about like filling up, and I think like you have to start with the base of happiness, and then it kind of like fills up or it grows from there. It's like if you plant the seed of happiness, that doesn't mean like nothing's going to happen. It means you're planting the seed of happiness right now, and it's going to continue to grow. So you don't even have to think about wanting more because it's going to happen.
Yeah.
But you have to plant the seed. You can't be, if you're just like, I want to be happy, you're not planting your seed of happiness. And I also think in life, there's a difference between joy and happiness. And sometimes when you're in those really difficult times, it's really difficult to find happiness, but hopefully you can always find the joy within. Like, I feel like the joy within is kind of like your spirit, and like the joyful that you're here. And even in the difficult times, like in difficult times, it's hard to find the happiness. Like you say, sometimes it's a leave, but hopefully always there's the joy within, which can be the seed to plant happiness too.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Hey, Renee, how are you, doll? Hi, Star. Thanks for joining. So yeah, so let's see how many seeds of joy we can plant today. And it's a great metaphor. The seed metaphor is great because it insinuates growth, right? It insinuates the growth of joy in our life. So let's see, literally just visualize like planting seeds in the soil of joy, and then see how many different ways we can water them and put sunshine on them today.
Oh, I think that's such a good point. So, like, how do you water your seeds of joy and happiness? And I think because also when you're planting seeds of joy, you're not planting them just for yourself. You're planting those for other people too.
Absolutely.
So you're planting like a garden for everyone. So I think the need when we say like, I want to be happier, is that you're not watering your happiness, right? You're not like nurturing it. So how do you nurture your happiness? Like giving of yourself by, spiritual growth, by, growth and, bringing new things into your life. And it takes me back to a conversation that we had about like talking to people is one of the indicators of living a long life. And so get out and like communicate. And it didn't even have to be somebody you know. So all these things will be like watering and nurturing your seeds of joy in that. Think about if you're in the world and you just take the time to say, hi, how are you today? Like I did that yesterday at the hardware store because I've been trying to implement this, like communicate with people and get to know them other than just like, hi, how are you? And I forgot what we even got in conversation, but like we both left smiling, which of course is watering the seeds I'm planting for both of us.
Yeah, absolutely. So can somebody put an example of like a way that you were able to plant a seed of happiness? Yesterday, same thing happened to me. I was in the T-Mobile store, and a woman sitting down beside me, and she said, can I sit down beside you? Because my purse was kind of there. So I moved it, and I said, of course. And it's just a natural. So Ashley says, this is the law of attraction. Edgar Casey says, spirit is the life, mind is the builder, physical is the result. Absolutely. And that's definitely the path, right, Ashley? So we start talking, and by the end of and then she had to go do her thing, and I went and did my thing. And then as I was leaving, I got finished before she did. And I grabbed her arm and I said, you're still here? She said, yeah, I'm still here. Here's my card. Call me. We'll have some fun. That's what she said to me. So somehow in that conversation, she figured out that, we would get along, and she was somebody that, she wouldn't have fun with. So and the thing about that is as Jen alluded to, is that we prolong a healthy, happy life by talking to strangers. I don't know if you heard her say that, but that is just so huge to me. Like, it doesn't have to be like your BFF. Like, literally, that conversation with the woman in the T-Mobile store prolonged my life. The conversation Jen had with the person in the hardware store prolonged her life, and planted seeds of joy and watered them and brought sunshine to them. Like, just that simple thing. And I know the people that are on here, my friends, and they are all awesome about that. And I know you have tons of stories about it, guys, that you could share, like like we are, like something that happened yesterday. I'm sure you all have somebody, so some story to tell about that. We'd love to hear it.
Yeah, and I think like it's so important. Like these small moments really do like increase your joy. Like you walk away and you're happy. Like we are meant to engage with others. You all are preaching some truths this morning. I'm loving it. Thanks, Ashley. um, but we are meant to fill others by filling others up in this world by nurturing their happiness. Like ours, it's exponential, which we all know. But I think we sometimes don't. I think we think we have to do grand things to make the world a better place to help joy grow. And sometimes all it is a conversation. And sometimes I really believe it's only a smile, and you're nurturing everyone's happiness.
Right. So, yeah, exactly. We walked away from that conversation yesterday. We both felt better. And we underestimate feeling better, like just smiling or having just a encouraging like word for somebody. We underestimate the power of that in our lives and how that adds life to it, and adds life to our years, not just years to our life. And we have to always like be aware of that and not lost in ourselves and not see those opportunities.
Yeah. And it doesn't take, I mean, sometimes the grand things won't make us happy, but so often happiness is really from the small things. And I think when you think about that, like greater happiness seems so achievable. And the last thing I was like, so, we said, like, as soon as you say, I want more happiness, you're not happy. And I thought that sometimes like, oh, well, if you're content, then that's good enough. And I don't think we're always meant for bigger, better. We're meant for bigger happiness. But if you say, I want to be happy, you're taking away the happiness you had. Hi, Lori. How are you?
Well, exactly. And the point with that is that when you say you want something, believe it or not, I don't know if you ever thought of it this way, but you're focused on the lack of it. Mm-hmm. And when you focus on the lack of anything, because it's focused, you bring more lack.
Right.
So don't talk about what you want, talk about what you got that you love.
So if we were going to change that first sentence, like I want more, I would think we would say something like, I am happy and I'm going to continue to plant more seeds of happiness, or I'm going to nurture my happiness. So I think that's a positive way of saying we're growing it. And like I said, I know there's difficult times in life, like you said, it's hard to just be grateful for a tree, to bring happiness in a tree. But it's those small, minor things, like go outside and breathe for 5 minutes. You'll be happier. Sometimes you have to find the small happy.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
All right. Go.
Well,
I was going to say we can wrap up here. So Flamingo Lingo of the day is be happy in your pink. All right. Thanks for tuning in, you guys. We will see you next week. Have a great weekend. And remember to use your I am. I am happy. Wait, one last thing. Renee, have a blessed day. Thank you, Renee.
Thank you.
Bye-bye, everyone.